Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Syracuse's offense will take the field first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball, because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
To throw, it's Beck. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Hurricanes are threatening in the red zone. The give on the counter. Shakes off the defender. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Miami! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's reeled in, it's Gill. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Ross Simmons. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They go to the ground. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Miami, 7, Syracuse, 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down, still moving. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Hurricanes